My people, how una dey? Una welcome to today Ogboge's news. My name still remain AU David, the Aramiel one of the universe. My people, e get things wey don still happen for Africa again. This time around, we don dey shift comot for Niger coup wey be say happen, when e be say everybody dey even the Nigeria president say they fit use force as the head of ECOWAS to remove the military wey take over from Niger. Now as we dey talk now, last Saturday na Gabon do election. So military don already take over from Gabon government. Wetin happen? Last Saturday they take do election. Meanwhile, before the election, the sitting president or the overthrown president, the one that they removed for power, which is Ali Bongo, amend the constitution so that he will fit come back the third time. He don already first spend 13 years, the 14 years now one end so, because na seven years now they take dey do their own. So he don run 2 terms, then he come amend the constitution so that he go fit come back the third term. So they can't do the election according to the things when it happen for that place. Even electricity they shut her down, internet they shut her down. They not allow the foreign observer to witness the election. So at the end of the day, after all the bagbos, the guru when it happen, they call announce say the president he don't win the election again with 64%. Say he don't win the election again. Now the military say no, this one it not go happen for them when it be say they still dey the country, and now they take over. So let's visit the family of this man when it be say is never want come for power. He don't already rule 13, the 14th year now they go, so he don't want come for power. Now as we dey talk, so this family they don't your family don't stay power for Gabon 56 years. 56 years now they don't take the power. His own father Omar Bongo now if take over the leadership of Gabon from the year 1967. Now the man take over 1967. Now take over there till 2009. Then his son can take over when the father kick bucket. Now we don't know whether he prepare if children they take over, but you know one come out now he can try to amend the constitution again and again. Now this matter when it happen, then the military say no, this one not fit happen for where they dey. Then they take removal. Now as we dey talk now, it already they cry, they say make the international community and the rest people make all of us come talk for their matter, make they take reinstate am back as the president of Gabon. But the military don't talk and say like they not go fit reinstate am again. But wetin we dey try to see for here, this thing when they happen for Africa, wetin be really the problem? Why did we say this period now so coup now they do military, they overthrow government, they take over the affair of the nation? So as we come dey look and come dey discover say that wetin dey happen now, the one wey they call democratic coup, now the result to this military coup. Which one? When we say democratic coup, wetin we use am mean? Now when we say democratic coup, definitely mean say the democracy when we say with the practice for Africa, they not really the practice as the democracy should be practiced. Now in the rule of law, they know they allow and work. If during the election they don't allow the will of the people to take place. They do mango, they use money, do this, they do that, they kill people, they do all sorts of things to just make sure say they hold on to power and they stay in power. So this one now they call democratic coup. Like the one when it happened for our Bongo Nigeria, when it be say we see the court order today now. Those one now they call democratic coup. When it be say the democracy, the dividend of democracy, they not allow the people, the citizen to enjoy or to get the dividends of democracy. My people, now this one now they call the democratic coup. Now democratic coup now they give room to military coup, when the military they take over. Because if the government in power do well, follow the rules and regulations of the country, the constitution, adhere to all the constitution, then the military will not take over. Now as we speak now, the military don't suspend the constitution, don't throw and come on. All the government agencies don't dissolve all of them. Now they don't talk and say that they're in charge. This one, now Gabon do also. I just dey think maybe between now and a month another country will do. Because we don't see and say most of these people when they do it now, in the francophone country in Africa, the people when they be say France don't really hold their grip well when France don't let them see road, don't let them see back and front. When we say France now they decide what they happen. When France they make their resources, most of them now they do this one now. Now they do the coup now. Many don't they happen now. Central Africa if it happen now. Now West Africa now they do their whole since now Central Africa don't do their whole. My people, we say we tell now say Africa gradually is returning to military government, the military regime. Now they are overthrowing all the democracy when it be said they not really they allow people to see the dividends of democracy. My people now so we see this matter, we say look we form now say another thing don't happen for Gabon. Say Africa don't they gradually shift from democracy into military rule, military regime. My people, we will go watch again, we will go see, we will go find out what they happen, maybe we see what we can tell now. And so we see how rich, and we see what we can tell now.